session. The Honorable Judge, True Justice, presiding. Everyone, please be seated.
Good morning. May I please have the plaintiff and the defendant state your names for the record.
Jenny Schaefer, Your Honor.
Accuser, Your Honor, for the prosecution.
Thank you. Accuser, you may begin with your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. We are here today because the defendant, Jenny Schaefer, has been accused of the crime of being an irredeemable sinner, unworthy of love and forgiveness. Although she claims to be a Christian, the evidence will show that Jenny has committed so many sins, she is beyond saving. Thank you.
Ms. Schaefer, I see that you are representing yourself. Would you like to make an opening statement?
I only wish to say I hope the court will be merciful.
Thank you. The prosecutor may introduce us to our first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to call Gossip to the witness stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
For the record, please state your name.
Gossip.
Thank you, Gossip. Are you acquainted with the defendant?
Oh yes, we're very good friends. For instance, the other day, Jenny's coworker, Sarah, she had on this horrible dress. So when she left, Jenny made fun of her with her other coworker. You see, it was this awful mustard color.
Gossip, would you please give us another example of the defendant gossiping?
Well, earlier this week, Jenny learned from her friend Carol, who heard from Jason, who learned from Barbara, that their friend Holly was getting a divorce. Can you believe it? Anyway, when Jenny got together with her friend Abigail, she just couldn't resist telling her all about it. You see, Holly's husband had the right...
Now, Gossip, do you think sharing that rumor is something that a good Christian woman would do?
Absolutely not. It was shameful for her to talk about her friend that way. No good Christian would gossip like that. Did you hear that Holly's
Thank you,
husband...
Gossip. No further questions.
The witness is excused. Accuser, send up your next witness, please.
I would like to call Anger to the witness stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
For the record, please state your name.
Anger.
Anger, have you ever seen the defendant, Jenny Schaefer, get mad?
I certainly have. She'd get pretty angry when she's in traffic. I've heard her say some nasty things to the other drivers. Not very Christian-like, if you ask me.
Not very Christian-like at all. Now, could you give us another example of the...
Hey, you! Yeah, you! You've been looking at me funny this whole time. You got something to say? Well, maybe we should step outside and I'll teach you some manners.
Sit down.
Anger, enough. Sit down. You will not make a mockery out of my courtroom. If you cannot control your temper, and if you cannot be professional, I will have someone escort you out of here. Doesn't I make myself clear? Proceed.
Thank you. Oh, yes, Anger, could you tell us of the time you've seen Miss Schaefer get mad?
Well, there was one time she got into a big fight with her sister. She was yelling and called her sister an idiot.
My, it sounds like she's got an awful temper. No further questions.
Anger, you may leave my courtroom. Accuser, please send up your next witness.
I would like to call Greed to the witness stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
For the record, record, please state your name.
Greed.
And Greg, could you give us examples of greedy behavior you witnessed the defendant engage in?
Well, it often crops up when Jenny and I go shopping. We especially love the mall. And then there's Amazon. What a marvelous website. So many things to buy for yourself.
Greed?
What? Oh, sorry. Anyway, Jenny tends to spend more than she should. She's actually run up some credit card debt. And I have seen her just buy so many pairs of shoes, she just can't resist.
Anything else?
Jenny often feels unsatisfied with her little apartment. She's envious of her friends and family who have nice houses. I have also seen her greedily give in to gluttony when there's cake involved.
I would think that a Christian would have more self-control than that. No further questions.
The witness is excused. Accuser, you may call your next witness.
I would like to call dishonesty to the witness stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
For the record, please state your name.
Dishonesty.
And dishonesty. Have you ever seen the witness, the defendant, steal?
I most certainly have.
Please tell us about that.
Well, there was this one time she robbed a bank. She got away with millions. Another time, she stole this guy's car. But that was nothing compared to
Dishonesty. Must I remind you that you just took an oath to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. And I will hold you accountable to that as long as you are in my courtroom. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then please proceed to tell us an honest testimony about a time the defendant was dishonest.
Yes, sir. The other day, we were shopping. The cashier gave Jenny too much change. Rather than going back to the store and returning the money, she chose to keep it for herself.
Very interesting. And could you tell us of a time that she's been untruthful?
She's called in sick to work when she wasn't really sick. And another time, her mother called. She wanted Jenny to come over, but she didn't want to, so she just lied and said she had a previous commitment.
I guess that shows just how dishonest Miss Schaefer really is. No further questions.
The witness is excused. Accuser, please send up your next witness.
I would like to call laziness to the witness stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
For the record, please state your name.
Laziness.
And how do you and the defendant know each other?
You know, we like to hang out and relax.
And would you say that Miss Schaefer has ever relaxed when she should have been working hard? Has there ever been a time when the so-called Christian was being lazy?
Well, there have been times when she slept off at work scrolling through social media, that sort of thing.
Interesting. How about outside of work? Have there been other areas of laziness?
Sorry, what was the question?
Please give us an example outside of work that you witnessed laziness in Miss Schaefer.
Oh, well, there was this one time one of our friends needed help moving, but instead of helping, Jenny chose to sleep in. And then there was this time her sister needed a babysitter, but Jenny told her sister she was busy. But the only thing she was busy with was watching TV that evening.
Terrible, simply terrible. No further questions.
You may be excused. Please call up your next witness, please.
I would like to call Pride to the witness stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
For the record, please state your name.
Pride.
And Pride, can you give us examples of pridefulness that you've seen the defendant engaging in?
Certainly. Pride is something Jenny often struggles with, but she's good at hiding it. So I'm usually the only one who knows about it. She takes pride in her education and career and looks down on those who have accomplished less. She also arrogantly enjoyed hearing her boss scold a coworker, since she's never gotten into trouble like that. Oh yes, Jenny and I have had some wonderful times together.
That was perfect.
Yes, I know.
Thank you, Pride. No further questions.
Pride, you are excused. Accuser, do you have any more witnesses?
I do. I would like to call the defendant, Jenny Schaefer, to the witness stand.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Now, Miss Schaefer, are the testimonies given here today true?
Yes, I'm ashamed to say it, but it's all true.
Let the record show that the defendant has pleaded guilty.
I know I'm a sinner, and I know I've done some terrible things, but please, can't you show me mercy?
Now you, being true justice, know better than anyone that sin must be punished. She has broken God's law. She is unworthy to stand in his presence. Whether you want to or not, you cannot let her go free. Give her over to me, and I will make sure that she is properly punished for her wrongdoing.
Miss Schaefer, I'm afraid he's right. I cannot allow sin to go unpunished. Justice must be served, and the wage of sin is death, and someone has to pay that price.
That price has been paid.
What's going on here? You can't just barge in. This is none of your concern, Jesus.
Your Honor, I know Jenny is guilty, but because of my love for her, I have taken her punishment upon myself. Indeed, the wages of sin is death. So I died for you, Jenny, in your place. You are now innocent of any transgression.
This is insane. No one could love this sinner.
Look at the scars on my hands. I allowed myself to be crucified. That is the greatest act of love the world has ever known. But I did not remain in death. No, I am risen and have defeated death. And there is now forgiveness for any who seek it. And you, the accuser, have lost.
Jenny Schaefer, your debt has been paid in full, and in such, you have been found not guilty.
No!
There is no place here for you, accuser. Get out!
Thank you, Jesus, thank you.